Hey guys, welcome back. Today's illustration is about an emotion that I feel most of the time, and it's a combination of being broken and shattered. And the reason why I feel like that is, well, I'll explain that in a moment, but the picture, I wanted it to represent that feeling with a China doll type image. So it's a China doll who is shattering into pieces, and yeah, that's the first thing that comes to my mind when I thought of being shattered or being broken and how to represent that. The reason why I feel like that most of the time is due to mental illness. I suffer from anxiety and depression, and it's something that I have been dealing with for the last 19 years. I developed it when I was about 15, 16 years old, and I pretty much have a lot of bad times. As I've gotten older, I've learned to deal with it, but it's still there, and it's just when you have it, like the people out there that do have it will understand that you will go through ups and downs, and so many things will just trigger it. Like, it's in one moment you will be okay, and the next minute you just are broken and you're shattered, and it's just for no reason whatsoever. It's just reasons that are ridiculous, but it just happens that way. And like, I don't come from a bad background. Like, I have had the best life. I have the best support system. I have the best family. I've got some awesome friends. I've got an awesome partner. But that's the thing with mental illness. It is not bias. It is not, it just doesn't, attack certain people. It will attack anybody who is susceptible to it, whether it's, environment, can cause, can cause the mental illnesses to come out, but but most of the time it is pretty much hardwired into your brain. It's in your genetic makeup. With me, it was in my family. It's in my dad's side. My mum's side, not so much. And my mum does not suffer from any mental illness whatsoever, but my dad's side are just completely riddled with mental illnesses. So this is where it comes from, and yeah, I did not escape it. So this is what this picture represents. I've got a lot of darkness in me that, this is how I express it. I express it through drawing, and I just get it all out of my system. And yeah, that's how I deal with it. And that's why I draw the content that I draw, and I could not imagine drawing anything else other than horror, gothic horror illustrations, because it makes me feel better and it makes me feel good. And I don't know, that's probably a bad choice of words to use, because you probably look at the drawings and go, that's a bit sadistic, or that's a bit weird, but it makes me feel happy. Like, I don't draw anything nice. I can't draw anything nice. I can't draw anything cute. I can draw the cute things, but they've got to be followed up with horror and gore. But I don't draw anything like you will see on like Bailey J's channel, or Drawing with Waffles or anything like that. I can't draw nice stuff like that. And that's just what I do. And what I replicate in my drawings, I don't do that in real life. It's so far away from how I am as a person, in that respect. But in the world of art, I just gravitate to darkness, and I've always been like that. And I have really frightened people in my life, especially as a teenager, with my teachers, my art teachers. I had so many teachers that would wide berth me in the class because they did not understand what I was drawing, and they thought that there was something wrong with me. There wasn't. I was just a dark person that needed to get all this darkness out onto paper. That's pretty much all it is, and I'm so happy with that. Like, that's just what I love to draw. Yeah. If I can explain it, like in my head, I can, I understand myself, but coming out of my mouth, it's really hard to explain. And when I can actually find the words to explain why I draw what I draw, I will let you guys know. I will put it into another video. So to the picture itself, I need to work on hair, so I think I'm getting better. I'm trying different techniques with hair and also doing skin tones. I don't do a lot of skin tones, so I'm working with that again, and I'm blending it in as well. I've always been a fan of really sharp, jagged edge shading. I don't blend a lot of my shading because I really sort of like the way the jagged look is with the markers that I have currently bought. But I'm trying, I'm blending. I'm trying to grow. I'm growing as an artist, and I experimented with blending the markers in the skin tone. So it was a bit of progression there, but I've realised that the paper lets me down a fair bit. So I've really got to try and invest in some more decent paper so I can really, get the blending that I want, because I'm just using printer paper at the moment and I'm finding it's really doing a horrible clouding effect. So I'm putting that down to the paper. I'm hoping it's not me not knowing what I'm doing. I hope not. But anyway, so yeah, finally I used a metallic gold Sharpie for the pieces that are flying off, just to represent the happiness. Like, that's how I see happiness, as gold, and it's flying off on these pieces. And I've also got gold coming off certain, like her head and other parts of the body, just to say that happiness, it's it does leave, and you do feel like crap sometimes, but it's not forever, it's not permanent. And yeah, it's just don't let it win, don't let the darkness win. It's don't let the misery win. So yeah, that's where I was going with that pretty much. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Also, just to let you guys know, I am working on another felt pattern. It will be released, I'm hoping, in the next week or two. So just keep checking Etsy. But if you don't want to check Etsy all the time, you want to be reminded, duck across to my Instagram, which is, they're all listed below in the description. Duck across to my Instagram and my Facebook, and yeah, follow me. And that's, it's where I live. I update those two the most. Facebook is where I live the most. And if you really want real-time, up-to-date updates on my patterns, go across to my website, which is also linked below, which is cutestvoodoo.com, and I will send real-time emails when I release the patterns. You'll get it in your inbox the second I release it. So yep, that's it from me. See you in the next video, and happy making things. Bye.